4, get my shoes and out the door. 5, I'm alive. 6, 7, 8, feeling great. 9, gonna shine, life is good. I'm doing fine. 10, gonna do it right and do it again, yeah. I look into the sky with all the beautiful color, but there's more than just for me, so gonna share it with another. I got to show, to give, let out. I want to sing and shout. Take a look and see a beautiful morning that turns into a beautiful evening, and together make a beautiful life. And if you wanna see, then come along with me, that's right. And if you wanna...
Welcome to Experience Michiana. Thank you so much for being with us as we get out and explore the Michiana area. We are headed over to Elkhart for Guys and Dolls as they take the stage for Premiere Arts. We're headed back to Warsaw to find out about the Gathering Place, which is a really cool space with a great mission. But first, we're going to connect with Uzima, who is putting on a tribute concert for our friend Kelly Burgét at the DeBartolo Performing Arts Center.
Our dear friend Kelly Burgét, we have a wonderful thing that is being put together in her memory and in her tribute. And Uzima is her baby. That was her brainchild. And I know we've talked about Uzima over the years many times, and I have my wonderful friends here with me joining me because this is something you guys have put together. It's a collaborative process, but really celebrating Kelly and everything that she brought, not just to Uzima, but to the entire community as well too. So thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I know this is an emotional time still, and we miss her dearly. And but this is a really great opportunity for people to come and experience what Uzima meant to her and share it with the community as well too, right?
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah. So tell me about the concert as well too, because the meaning itself, Swahili based, but it has really deep meaning.
Yeah, as we were talking about what title and we knew the concept. We knew we wanted this to be a tribute to Kelly. We were trying to come up with a title because that was always something that she was very involved in. And that made this a little bit challenging because not only were we trying to honor her, but also be true to the types of titles that she would lean toward.
Yeah.
And I think it was 4 or 5 of us. It was Zoe and Mia and Pierre and Sierra. We were all on a call trying to come up with this title and throwing out words that meant something long-lasting, but also something that related to Kelly. And literally was a collaborative effort. I don't remember who came up with what, but each word sort of melded together. And Ndiyo ya Milele means in Swahili, eternal yes. And anybody who knows Kelly, giving your yes is the ultimate. And she absolutely gave her yes in everything she did. We couldn't think of anything more appropriate to title this concert than Eternal Yes.
How beautiful. What a beautiful tribute to her. Thank you so much.
Yeah, as Michelle was saying, I mean, she would always just ask us for our yes. She would ask the community as well at every performance for their yes as well. And then it was funny, I was actually listening to a song on the way here. It's a song that we actually sang and danced to at her funeral called Come and Move. And some of the lyrics in that song are, "You have my eternal yes." And one of the soloists that's actually going to be performing in the concert, Zach Gillis, he sang the solo at her funeral, and he said, "Kelly had our eternal yes. Kelly has our eternal yes." And so I think, as we were brainstorming in that, it's like we were also, I feel like she's been leaving these like little clues and signs and things for us that
have winks.
Yes, these little like winks, right, that let us know that we're in the right direction and we're on the right path. And that's exactly, when we had the name, it was like, well, of course that's what it would be called.
Let's talk a little bit about Uzima, because that was, again, her brainchild, and it started many years ago. But she really set the whole entire organization up to be able to continue successfully long after that. So let's talk about that.
In 2022 is when she and I started really talking about trying to make Uzima a nonprofit. She had been wanting to do that for some time, and the process of becoming a nonprofit was daunting.
It is.
Neither one of us knew exactly what to do. We were fortunate enough to have someone who was well versed in the process assist us, and it happened actually rather quickly and painlessly after that. But that was the first step, establishing a very strong board, which we've expanded even this past year to include a lot of members of the community who have who've given their yes essentially to the arts in this area and are dedicated Uzima supporters. They're a very strong foundation for us. And we also established just this past year an endowment at the Community Foundation for Uzima. So that is really what we're hoping will allow us to continue to grow and to thrive and to carry on Kelly's legacy long term.
And the collaboration between all of that too. You want to speak to that, because this is a partnership within the community and with all of the members, with the board members. But bringing that here to the stage is why it's so important to do that, to share it with everyone.
Yes, I mean, I'm sure that it's been talked about before, right? But Uzima is Swahili for wholeness, health, and life. And my mom, she was, big on a lot of things, but that unity, that love, that connection, that community was a huge piece. And so even as you're asking that question, it's funny, I've been reflecting on just when Uzima started and how long I've been in it, right? Like my mom started it back in 2012, and she started it as like an exercise class essentially. But what she did was she, when we came to this area from New York, she looked around and she was like, what's missing from this community? And it was African dance. It was something that was communal, that anyone can join and be a part of. Anyone could be a part of the dance circle. Anyone could be a part of the drum circle. And she's like, that's what's needed here in South Bend. And so it has been a collaborative process, because that's how it started for her. Yes. It wasn't something that she wanted to create in isolation. It wasn't something that she wanted to do just for herself. It was something that she, wanted to do for the larger community. And so, again, along with the theme of yes, right, it's been DeBartolo saying yes. It's been our community partners saying yes. It's been, everywhere that we've rehearsed, it's been those people saying yes. Yes, thank you.
Exactly.
Right? It's all of those yeses that have gotten us to where we are today. And we couldn't have done it if it wasn't a collaborative process.
I love that. Sure. Let's talk about the performance itself. It's happening this Saturday, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and it has a variety of, I love what you guys do, because there's dance, there's music, there's song. What do you guys have on tap for this? Because I know this was a process to put it together too.
Yeah, it's going to be essentially a journey where we want to, as we do with every show, we want to give the audience an experience. It's not just a performance. We want them to be as invested as we are in what we're doing. This one obviously is going to be particularly emotional and poignant. The intention is to walk the audience through Kelly's artistic life, her belief in God, her commitment. So you will see pieces that Uzima hasn't performed for several years. There are a couple pieces that preceded me that I've never been involved in, and so you'll see stuff from early Uzima. You'll see hear songs that really touched Kelly and meant something to her. There are spoken word pieces. There is a premiere for our drum section of a piece that they've been working on that they've never performed before. And it's an honor to the elders, and it seemed like a fitting time to bring that out, in honor of Kelly. So yeah, it's going to be a beautiful celebration of her life.
It is going to be beautiful and emotional.
Very much.
It is very emotional. Sorry. I expect people to have tissues. Bring your tissues with you, right?
Yes, please. Yeah. But I think that's okay. I think for me, being her daughter, she was so loved, not just by me, but by everyone. And I think I was so struck by this at her funeral, was that there were so many people that loved her so much, and it was because of the love that she poured out. And it didn't just, it wasn't just contained to my family. It was extended to, everyone she met, everyone that she interviewed on this show. There were so many people that, came and were just like, oh my gosh, I remember your mom, and I remember how special she made me feel, and all of those conversations. And I think in the midst of preparing for this show, we've been deep in our grief, but it's different when it's a collective grief, right? It's not just me alone or me and my family alone. There are a lot of us that are feeling the same way, and I think it's really quite powerful for us all to come together and grieve together, but also remember that this is a celebration of her life. and that, you know, she is just pain-free and she is just dancing.
I'm sure she
endlessly,
is.
and she is dancing along with us as well. And her presence is really felt on this stage. Her presence is, you know, felt with us everywhere we go. And I think, you know, speaking to that longevity, everything that we do will be touched by my mom and is because of her. And so it's just, it's even more special. And so we will just carry her in our hearts, and every song we sing and every dance we perform and every drum beat, she is with us.
It just gives you even more purpose with that.
Yes, and I think that's not only something that we will feel, but I think that's something that the audience will really feel as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you guys so much. I hope everyone comes out to the concert. 7:30?
6:30.
6:30. 6:30. Okay, come out to the concert, 6:30, bring your tissues, and we're gonna celebrate Kelly. Thank you guys for putting this together.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, we're taking you back a number of decades. I'm here at Premier Arts, and I love being on this stage. I'm not performing this time, but I have some friends that are performing Guys and Dolls. This is a classic performance. You guys haven't done it here yet before at Premier Arts, right?
This is the first time that they've ever done it, and it's kind of crazy because it's such a classic.
It is such a classic. It is. And, you know, tell me a little bit about your role itself. Your name is Doug, and what is your actual character name?
So I'm playing Nathan Detroit, and he is just kind of a hustler, gambler fellow. Never quite make it to the big time, but kind of a lovable goof, I guess. Has a doll, Adelaide, that he's been engaged to for
14 years.
a long dang
14
time.
years.
14 years.
Wow, this is like real life.
Let's hope
So there's a
not.
little bit of a dynamic between you two where you are feeling a little bit more maybe anxious to get to the altar.
She's very anxious. She's developed almost a psychosomatic cold because of it. She really, really wants to get married, and he just keeps kind of stringing her along. And so the show is kind of like about sort of she's at her wit's end, and she's finally putting her foot down a little bit.
Interesting, interesting. And I know there's gambling involved. Every time I see Guys and Dolls, there's always dice involved
Yeah.
somehow, right?
So Nathan runs a crap game that moves locations because there's this cop chasing him around, always trying to get it shut down. And so a lot of dice, a lot of.
Now, how many people do you guys have in this cast?
I want to say 30-ish.
Yeah,
30 is
so
okay,
it's a
pretty
pretty
good
big cast,
sized
yeah.
cast. Yeah, what's it been like so far? I know you have been a pro, and you've actually been doing Premier Arts for a while too, right?
Yeah, I've done a few shows over the last 3 years. Super duper fun, great cast. I've never had a complaint about a cast I've participated in here, but this cast is awesome.
I love
super
it.
duper fun.
I love it. Sophie, this is your second time being at Premier Arts. Last year, was it last year, 2 years ago?
Last year.
Oh my God, just last year. We were doing Little Mermaid
I
together, which was so fun. What's your experience been like now that you have a little bit more of your education behind you too? Because I know that's what you're working on.
Yes, I'm so happy to be back. I had such a great time last summer, and I was just so happy that I was able to come back and do this show. I've had a great experience. The cast is fantastic. Everyone is so strong, and it is really nice to come back after doing a year at school and like bring some of those new skills and do a comedic role for the first time. So I'm having a great time.
Okay, so would you say overall, Guys and Dolls, is it more a comedic presentation, or is there more drama involved? What would you say?
It's high drama, but the drama is very comedic. So
Okay.
it's overdone. Our characters specifically, I think, are the really like, they're high drama and it's very melodramatic.
So how do you bring your real life into portraying the character in that regard?
I
Are
can,
you over the top at home too?
my kids would say yes, absolutely. No, I think he's relatable and just wanting more, but also having this person that he loves, and I can relate to that. And I actually married my wife rather than stringing her along for 14 years, but trying to maintain a stable and happy relationship and chasing dreams at the same time. I think anybody can relate to that.
I love it. I love it. And it's a musical, of course. Yeah. Yes. Is there any tap dancing involved? Or I feel like there's got to be some kind of show sequence.
There's no tap dancing, but there are quite a few dance numbers.
Okay.
I have a few with my Hotbox girls. We do a couple dance numbers.
Oh, wait, what is the Hotbox?
So Adelaide's
I see it
job-
behind
yes,
us.
we are at the Hotbox.
We're at the Hotbox right now. Here we are.
Adelaide dances at the Hotbox, and she's been doing it for a very long time, and she wants to settle down. She wants to get a house in the country, but she has to get married first. But her and her girls, they have a couple little dance numbers. One of them is, we're out on the farm, we're little farmers, so it's really cute. It's very campy, but there are quite a few little dance numbers in the show. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
What's maybe one of your favorite moments or most memorable moments of rehearsals thus far? Because you guys just have like a day. You guys open this weekend, right?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think the biggest compliment I can pay Sophie is that when we started rehearsing this, she mentioned this just now, that this is the first comedy that you've ever done. And we spend our entire time on stage arguing with each other, and I have the hardest time keeping a straight face because it's just so funny and over the top. And yeah, I think it will translate well. I think the audience will really get a kick out of it. And
Yeah, what about you?
Similarly, I really do love those scenes where like the two of them are just going at each other. It's so funny. And even though it's an older play, it's still like the comedy is very well written. I think it translates really well. I enjoy Sue Me, I think that's my favorite one to rehearse when I get it right. Okay. It's very fast, like we're having this
You're gonna
crazy
get it
argument.
right.
I know.
And if not, the audience won't even know. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, but I think that's my favorite so far. That's a really fun song.
And this is a fantastic theater. I mean, here at the Lerner, there's so many different people that come to the audience, and we love that you guys come out and support the arts too. Talk to us about what do you want people to go home with, what they take from the show?
I mean, I would say that anytime you come out to a venue like this, first of all, I've told everybody here this before. I didn't think I would ever act again, and then I came and saw Premiere do a show here a few years ago, and it was like, that's community theater? Unbelievable. Yeah. I thought it was some regional production. So you can come out to see local talent put on a great show and just have a night off. Have a couple hours where you just laugh and enjoy and go home happy.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. And you guys, there's always such great performances that we do here. The stage is phenomenal. The experience that you guys have within the cast members too. And I always want to encourage people, if you haven't gotten involved with theater yet, do it. It gives you confidence in so many different ways that you never knew possible. Yeah. Or maybe you did it back when you were little and now it's time to get back up on the stage because you have a little bit more time on your hands, right? Yep. Yeah, okay, very cool. So now you guys are opening this weekend, right? So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but there's also a kids performance too, because I love that Premier Arts does that. You guys have both an adult program, but also often have the same play or musical for the kids too. So they kind of get their own opportunity to be a part of the performance. Let's talk about that. What are the kids doing? I mean, have you gotten to see them?
Yes, I was volunteering in the dressing room yesterday with them, and they are so cute. They're so excited, and it's really special, I think, when you have like kind of a little mini counterpart in the show, like that's playing your role, and that's really sweet. And they're all so great. They're very talented, and it's just really, I think, a nice experience for them to be able to have their own production, then go see the main stage production, and it's such a great program. I really like. It was so nice last year. It's going to be so great this year. So
it's
I'm
a great kind of mentorship within that too, right?
Absolutely.
Where the kids are learning. And I know, did you do theater when you were younger too?
Yes.
Okay. And did you do it as well when you were younger?
I did some in high school. Yeah.
In high school. Okay. And so just looping that back too, and how that impacts you as you grow into adulthood. Let's talk about that. I mean, how has that impacted you over the years, and how you are as a professional or as a human?
I think you alluded to it earlier. I think putting yourself out there and stepping onto a stage and taking that bold step, like, it instills confidence. It instills the ability to speak in public. It instills the ability to have conversations with people that you maybe wouldn't have before. I mean, it opens a lot of doors and just kind of loosens you up a little bit in your life.
I love it. And speaking of loosen up, I love these costumes. These
are
fantastic. The costume folks here, they do a phenomenal job.
Yes, they really
Brittany.
do.
Yes, Brittany's amazing. Thank you. Do you guys have multiple costume changes within the show too?
Oh yes.
I don't.
Oh, you don't. You're
one trick pony right here.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. So I'm sure everybody can see a lot of different things happening up on the stage. What are the performances happening this weekend, and how do people get their tickets?
Yes, we have a performance Friday at 7:30, Saturday at 7:30, and then Sunday at 2, and I believe the kids show is Saturday at 2 as well.
Okay.
So we have quite a few shows.
Okay, and people can get their tickets at the box office. They can call it in.
TheLerner.com, I think, is the online avenue.
Okay, yeah, Lerner.com it is. All right, perfect. Well, I'm excited to see you guys. Guys and Dolls, we're going back to the 40s and 50s here, so we'll see you there.
So last week here in Warsaw, we were outside this building with a food truck, It's All Good, to learn about what they do and learn about how it benefits Fellowship Mission. But while we were here, we thought we should come inside, talk to Brooke, and find out about what's happening in here at the gathering place. So Hello.
Hi.
This is really cool in here.
Yeah.
Not just actually like the air conditioning, but
Yes.
also like
Yeah.
it's a really cool space. And it was great learning about the food truck last week on the show and finding out where it benefits. So tell me a little bit about this space in here.
Yeah, so this is the gathering place. We have recovery meetings, mental health meetings that happen. We have 13 of them a week. We also open this up to the community. So it's for mental health recovery resources. But then anybody that's walking downtown that wants just a place to hang out, eat, have a cup of coffee, have a meeting, Bible study, they're welcome to do so in here. So it's really for anybody.
It is a gathering.
It is a gathering place.
I like it. No, but again, it's like what I'm learning even about the food truck when we talk to Michelle and talking about the mission behind there. It's like it really feels like you guys are living out what we're actually called to live out, not just talking about it or not just making it about a church on a Sunday, but actually having places for people that we're actually living out, like welcoming them, loving them by having a space, right? And so it's really important.
Yes, absolutely.
And so again, tell me a little bit about what goes on. Like you talk about the meetings for recovery, like how big of an issue is that in the area? Like are those meetings like really well attended? Or?
Yeah, they have really good attendance. There's also some around the town that also gather. So it's not just here. We have churches that hold meetings. So other places do that as well. We have past residents that are now holding meetings, which is really cool. But yeah, it's all around town, but there are a lot of people that come to these as well.
Yeah, and then you talk about mental health. I mean, everybody, if we all took a deep dive or a shallow dive, one of the two, we could all benefit from that. So, but the big thing is trying to get people here to actually like feel welcome, to not feel like there's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
Even though it's okay to say there's something wrong, but so what would you say to people watching that might like want to benefit from that?
Yeah, please don't hesitate. It's always good to find people and community as well. I think that's really important, and finding those people that truly and genuinely want to help you. Genuine individuals, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to gather around you and build a community with open arms.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Is there a place where people can find out about like the information of when the classes are on, just as well?
Yeah, it's on our website, thegatheringplace.net. www. But you can find all of the classes, all of our events on that page as well.
Great. Let's walk down to this wall because I really do like this. And again, I love this idea. So tell me a little bit about what all this is hanging on the wall.
Yeah, so this is our prayer wall. So when our co-founders kind of envisioned it, Tammy Lane and Eric Lane, which are my parents, my dad was able to build this, and my mom envisioned just people throwing prayers up there as much as they could. And so we have some volunteers that will come in and pray over these prayer requests.
So I don't want to change this, but I feel like that should be where the elevator is because we're sending your prayers up.
That's good. We should have had your advice.
This is why I sometimes get paid. So, and again, I know there's an area downstairs. There's people just meeting here, probably got food from the food truck. But there's an area downstairs which is like a maker's area.
We call it the maker's space. It's free for the community. Anybody can use it. Arts and crafts, paint room, all of that. There is a woodworking shop down there that is utilized during, we call the Haven. So we have a group that we started for teen parents. And so the dads will go in there with Eric, the co-founder, and do woodworking. And so it's really cool down there.
I want to see it.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, I like hearing about it.
Yeah.
What I love about this, it just feels like so welcoming. Like already it feels very welcoming.
Yes.
So.
Anything that we do, we really want to try to make it feel like home and not
non-judgmental.
Yes, exactly.
All right. This is a really cool space.
Yes. So when we first came down here, as you can imagine, a basement, very dark, very creepy, dungeony. So we really just wanted to brighten it up and make it feel welcoming, like you talked about. So we had somebody come in and she painted this big mural all over the walls. Cool. And eventually, as you'll see in the paint room, some kids started adding their own artwork onto our walls.
Was that part of the plan or the?
No, but hey, it's all good.
Because I have a 3-year-old and she does the same. She's also drawn a mural in my house right now. So
we love that.
We've gotten our markers now that do not transfer to the paint.
Yep.
So
I love that.
They're a big thing now. So where's the art room?
So
by the way, I feel like these should be in every house. I don't know why this stops. These things are cool.
It's amazing. And again, it's all free for people to use.
Yeah.
But this is our paint room. So that is the handprint wall that has been started. But we love it. So it's just a fun place.
It's a room where you can just let things go. And And so again, if I was out just walking with my daughter out in the street, which can we just stop in and use it, or is this only at certain times, or you can just come down?
Anytime we're open, this is open.
Because that's the other thing is like, you seem young, no offense, but you know, everyone seems young to me now because I'm in my 40s now. So everyone that's younger is just young now.
I get
but
that.
you know, when you've got kids, it gets really expensive to do things.
Yes.
So having a space that people can come into, I mean, I really hope more families utilize it.
Yes.
You know, because it's really hard to find anything fun to do that doesn't cost you a lot.
Yeah,
so.
and that's why we love it. We do. We get a lot of families, a lot of young kids. My son's been in here before. It's just a lot of fun.
So you're not that young.
I'm not that young, but I still say I'm young.
Well, you know,
I'll hold that title as long as possible.
Okay, let's relax. You got a kid, you're fine. I'm just kidding. So again, all this space for people watching, like what would you really want them to know about fellowship mission and just everything here in general?
I just really want people to know that they're welcome here. I think we've touched on that a lot, just the welcoming atmosphere. I want people to know that they are allowed to come in and utilize this space, be who they are, and enjoy it and find community.
And with your mom and dad who started it, like, you know, why did they do that? Like why? Because taking on a big nonprofit, especially with like a homeless shelter aspect, 3 meals a day for people with 150 meals, food trucks, like that's all a huge responsibility and a big undertaking. Even if you're faithful, there's still real money that has to be made to actually like, so why were they motivated to do that?
Yeah, so it all started, both of my parents worked at Warsaw Community Church, and they were doing basically a winter amnesty. So churches got together, and then my dad was over that, and it was going to end April 1st of 2010. And my parents got together and they said, just because winter is over doesn't mean these individuals don't have a home.
Yeah.
So we ended up renting a house for a little while. We had 5 guys at the time, and it just kind of became family. People started hearing what we were doing, and it just started growing. And so my parents just felt God really calling them to continue to do this. They didn't know what it looked like, but it was just them being obedient and saying, take me where you need me to go. So that's how this all started. And then God has brought people alongside of us that have helped us grow, like Michelle with the food truck.
Yeah.
That's her passion. And so he's brought those individuals on.
Well, I know your parents couldn't be here today, but they didn't need to be. You did a great job, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you are young, despite what anyone would say.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for this week's show. Thank you so much for being with us. We hope you get out and experience the Michiana area for yourself. And if you come across something really cool, let us know about it on Facebook. Have a great weekend, everybody.
This WNIT local production has been made possible in part by viewers like you. Thank you.